All right, Mr. Castano, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Antonio Castaño.
All right. Do you have any support to help you?
No, ma'am.
All right, are you employed?
No, ma'am. Yeah, under social security.
All right. And are you receiving Social Security because of your age or something else?
My age, yeah.
All right.
But it was cut in half because of arrears, you know. That's why I'm only getting $3.99 a month.
I'm sorry, what?
Arrears, social support, I cut it in half. That's why I'm only getting $3.99 now, you know. So,
Is there a reason you're not showing up for your TAP evaluation?
no, ma'am, you know, I was aware of,
Well,
too long, you know.
Judge, from what we talked, I know he sometimes has problems remembering, but he has transportation issues from what he's telling me. He doesn't have regular transportation. Maybe you can tell the judge about how when you try to go, sometimes you have transportation issues.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I live 21 South by Arcos County and Bear County, you know, right there by right before getting to Thomas, David, Texas, towards Pleasanton. And it's kind of hard to get transportation, you know, from over there, you know. And the bus road stop from Roosevelt and Port Penn. And I live 3 miles south of 1604 on 21 South.
Okay, so here's the court's question. I can continue him on deferred adjudication, have him do the TAP evaluation while in custody, but how is he gonna report to probation? And how is he going to get his UAs done?
Well, Judge, for the most part, he actually has been able to show up to probation, except for those 2 dates. So he's been taking the bus and finding the way in there. And so he's just, he wants to avoid prison, Judge. And he understands the importance that this is his first MTR, but if he doesn't do the things he's going to do, that he's looking at 20 years. And so he's going to find a way to get to where he needs to be, he's saying.
Probation?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so I'm being told by Mr. Castano that where he lives, there are not buses out there. He has to go to Roosevelt to catch a bus. Unless he moves, there's never going to be a bus out where he lives. And so sometimes he'll be able to make it to probation. Sometimes he won't be able to make it to probation. I don't know how we solve this issue. Even if he were to get a bus pass, it doesn't do any good because the buses, he would still have to get from point A to point B. And he's on a fixed income with Social Security. And he's telling me that they're already deducting money from his Social Security for child support.
Judge, I think our concerns were you reported regularly for quite some time. And then
He fell off.
fell off.
So my pickup went out, man. My pickup, I blew the motor off my pickup. It left me handicapped, you know, like, you know. Then it's kind of hard to walk because of my hernia, you know. So that made it worse, you know. I mean, I was looking for a place into town, like housing, you know, low income, you know, at the time, you know.
I'm sorry. So just a second. Maybe it's me, but I couldn't understand a thing that was said. And I know if I can't understand a thing that's said, and for me, that was, I only understood 10% of what you said. So that means that Diana, the court reporter, probably understood 20%. So did you say that you had a truck?
Back then, yes, ma'am, at first.
So you had a truck,
At one time, yes, ma'am.
and did the truck break down?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so after the truck broke down, you had a hernia,
Yes, ma'am.
and the hernia made it difficult for you to walk?
More, yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's what was said, Diana. So I will follow your agreement, but what I can tell you, I think I'm envisioning us coming back here because he doesn't have a truck.
Your Honor, does he have the ability to Zoom?
Do you know how to Zoom?
You know, man, I could learn them, you know, like I said, I'm not educated. I only went to 8th grade, you know.
All right, so he only went to 8th grade. And maybe he can learn how to Zoom, but as of now, he does not know how to
No,
Zoom.
man.
So this is the issue. These were our main concerns, just so that the court is aware. He stopped reporting. We did not know the issues that he was having because there was no communication. So with that and with his non-completion of his classes, those are our main issues. There were some positive UAs in 2022. his latest urinalysis came back negative,
Right, and what were the
So-
positives alleged to be?
methamphetamine.
All right, okay,
And so we tried to do the tap, but he failed to report for the tap evaluation several times, so we can't give a recommendation for any treatment services because we don't know what the issue is.
all right, this is what the court is gonna do. And if you all have an issue about what I'm gonna ask for, you can tell me, and maybe we'll come up with something else. This is the only plan I have. Deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include a TAP evaluation while in custody, follow recommendations of the TAP, and he's allowed to report by phone. And I'm gonna ask for field visits one time per month for 4 months. And then if there are no issues with his testing and no issues with the field visits, then we'll reduce the field visits to one time every 3 months for 4 months. And then after that, at probation's discretion. Does anybody have a better idea?
Your Honor, can we confirm he lives in Bear County?
Do you live in Bear County?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, he lives in Bear County.
And what is going to be, are we extending it for 2 years or he is set to expire at this point next month?
We'll extend it for a year. All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need?
Yes, I want to, I'm sorry for all this, but of course, I want to thank you.
All right.
I think
Oh,
this
you're
is
welcome.
seriously, this is serious.
All right,
Well,
this is
thank
what we do. We're trying to figure things out, but we're off the record. You've got to stay in contact with people and communicate. Nobody knows you have a bus problem issue unless you tell us. Okay? All right, good luck to you.